Junkin Pool over here in Porterville, working on this the 2900 Allis-Chalmers motor for the wheel loader, 940 wheel loader. So we're getting it apart, and this is a fiber drive ring, and it's supposed to have a bunch of teeth on here. And of course the flywheel bolts right on the flywheel. This goes over, bolts right into them holes there, and bolts into them holes there. And actually, I had it upside down. It kind of fits in that slot right there, like that. And that bolts on there. And it's supposed to have teeth that come out here. Oh, I guess about that far. So I got a number off this thing anyway. And I'm gonna just check on eBay. I think I can reuse all that. They claim you're supposed to put new bolts in. So I thought, easy fix. And then I started cleaning the torque converter off, and it's cracked. Or the bell housing off. And it's cracked. It's cracked there. There's a bunch of cracks in it. A couple seals go on here. Right here. But it's, as far as being welded, I don't know. It's heavy. Big old crack right there. I don't know how good you can see that. It runs, probably shouldn't drop it on my foot. It runs all the way down, 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 down someplace, and it's got some hair lines, another crack right there. And actually, when I was pulling it apart, every one of these bolts was loose. Most of them I could turn out with my fingers. It was still a pain. Why, my camera sure is greasy, but clean that 3-4 times a day, it seems like. So there's the cam and the crank, and end up pulling that seal out, so I'm going to have to replace that seal. And probably this. You can see it's kind of cracked. I didn't bother cleaning it up too good. I'm going to see if I can find one. I know a couple places that might have them. Clean some of the grease off it. I got it over here. I may try to see if I can power wash it when I get 90% of the grease off before I put it back together. So yeah, this thing, if I can find the bell housing and I can find this, it'll be in pretty good shape. Other than this cable over here, I don't know if I videoed that or not, that's broke. It's laying someplace up here. Yeah, right here. There's 3 pieces here. There's a cable, there's a casing to it. And the one place I called told me they had a factory original, $360. He said, "Are you setting down?" I says, "Yep." There's a piece of it there too. It hooks to the shifter. That goes from drive to neutral to reverse. So I don't know how that was unhooked when I got it, so I don't know if they were just slamming it in gear. And this is supposed to, this fluid here, I'm going to take that in. I want to make sure it was done dripping before it rains. So this is supposed to have teeth that butt into them teeth there. You can see where they're supposed to be. And this is supposedly made so if something breaks, it'll tear this up, and it did that fine before it tears anything else up. I don't know if you can get a replacement that's just solid steel or not. If you do, you probably risk tearing something else up. But so I'm glad I got the motor out, and it's sitting over there, and I'm going to clean it up and see about some parts next week. I'm going to do a little checking on the eBay and what have you tonight. Clean all this up. I'll vacuum a lot of this grease out of here and clean it up before I put it together. I'll let that drip a few more hours, and then I'll go put it in the garage in case it rains. I'll dump that in probably my backhoe just because I'm not ready to put it back in to use it up. Probably would be a good time to pull that gas tank, but I may not even. It looks pretty clean from what I've seen in there. Couldn't really see in there too good. But look alright. Boy, my face is scary. I see the reflection. Yeah, you had to pull that up. You had to lift it so high, and this bar is right in the way, and the oil pan goes really deep. You're supposed to lift the back end up, block the transmission up, lower the back end, and then lift the back and front end. And I think I got to lift that transmission up a little bit and block it, because I was unbolting it, and the motor actually, I thought there was another bolt or two, and the motor actually spun around, and when I was setting up here, I was trying to steady it with no bolts in it, and it was turning. So yeah, that whole thing, that drives that torque converter, which drives the tranny. If I drop that in the oil, man, that'd be terrible. Anyway, there's the Junkin' Fool over in Porterville. I've washed my hands 20 times today. Best thing for them is the dish soap. I got that regular mechanic stuff, and I just grabbed the dish soap. So this thing, I don't know. They told me $200 or $300. I think the guy might have been just guessing the price. I can't see that costing over $60, $80. I don't know. I'll find out, but I'm going to see if I can check around a couple other places. So I got what it's called in there, and I got the part number off it. I don't know if you can see it or not. Where is it at? I can't see it. So right in there someplace. Got the part number I wrote down. I can't see it through the camera, but it's pretty oily today. Anyway, Junkin' Fool over here in Porterville. I'm just trying to make this video last a little longer so it uploads after the one I got going. Now this thing, right where I'm at it, motor mount. And I had to lift the motor up because I haven't been able to get this bolt out of there. Had all the weight of the engine on it and some biscuit things I picked up, some scrap. These things here, I had them wedged underneath it, stacking them. Didn't want to heat it with all the rubber on there, and I'm hoping I can reuse these rubber things, but I may have to see if I can find them too. The other side's alright. This will probably be alright if I can get that bolt out of there without tearing it up any more than that. Could probably actually run it solid, but I'll try to keep it original if I can. Just didn't want to come out. Oiled it. And pretty heavy. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It'll be a while before I get to this project, but before I get to use it. Paid that money to get my front tire mounted. Been sitting here a couple months. I've aired it up a couple times. So I got to talk to them when I get ready to run it and tell them it hasn't even been moved, and hopefully they'll fix it for me. It seems it cost me $150 or whatever it was. And I don't really know if it held air for a while or not, because I had that jack underneath it, and I finally got that to go up from under it. But I got it blocked in a block of wood, so I can keep it from breaking the bead and keep the tire a little better shape. They'll probably do me right on it. I figure I get it running, I'll air it up. Maybe I can get it to quit leaking if I air it up a couple days and drive it around. But this is a greasy mess. This is Junkin' Fool over here in Greaseville. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Appreciate the new subscribers. Got a couple of them on there. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Go find some junk. Goodbye.